Hi, and thank you for tuning in to Noir History. I'm Natasha, and in this episode, I'll be sharing what I've learned about Elizabeth Carter Brooks. Elizabeth Carter was born in New Bedford, Massachusetts in 1867. Sources provided no information about her father, but her mother, Martha Webb, was previously enslaved by President John Tyler. Webb was an abolitionist who actively participated in the Underground Railroad and early civil rights movement. That early example of activism would shape the future of Carter's life. During her childhood, Carter attended local public schools and graduated from New Bedford High School. She enrolled at the Swain Free School of Design to study architecture and design. Brooks continued her education at the Harrington Normal School for Teachers, where she became the school's first black graduate. In the 1890s, Carter accepted a teaching position at Howard's Orphan Home, which was founded and managed by Black Americans in Brooklyn, New York. She joined the National Association of Colored Women's Clubs, the NACW, in 1895 and served as its secretary of its convention in 1896. She helped to establish the Northeastern Federation of Colored Women's Clubs, the NFCWC. Carter moved back to New Bedford in the latter half of the 1890s. She was part of a group that established the New Bedford Home for the Aged in 1897. The home initially operated out of temporary locations, and for the first 6 months, Carter covered its expenses. This was New Bedford's first official home for the elderly. Eventually, the Women's Loyal Union took responsibility for the home's management and financial expenses. Carter further contributed to the home by designing its permanent location at 396 Middle Street. She served as president of both the home and the Women's Loyal Union until 1930. While Carter had dreamed of providing a home for the elderly, she was also committed to molding young minds. Carter resumed teaching in 1901 and would spend over 25 years at the Taylor School. Sources vary, but in the process, she became either the first black female or first black teacher overall in the New Bedford public school system. Carter served as the NACW's vice president at large from 1906 to 1908 and served as president from 1908 to 1912. Shortly after the NAACP was established in 1909, Carter joined and eventually led the local and regional New Bedford branches. As part of the NFCWC, Carter pushed initiatives such as boycotts and lobbying for passage of an anti-lynching bill. She was tapped by the War Council of the National Board of the YWCA to oversee the construction of the Washington, D.C. Phyllis Wheatley YWCA. Carter retired from teaching in 1929 and married W. Sampson Brooks and A.M.E. Bishop. Carter Brooks relocated with her husband to San Antonio, but he unfortunately died just 4 years later. She returned to New Bedford and continued her work with various organizations, but Carter Brooks also took on a new mission of preserving Black history and heritage. She provided a loan for the Martha Briggs Educational Club to purchase Sergeant William H. Carney's home, which became a memorial. She also held weekly meetings with young women to discuss men and women from Black history. Elizabeth Carter Brooks continued to work until her death in 1951. In her honor, New Bedford named a school after her in 1957. Thanks for tuning in to Noir History. I publish a new Black History Fact profile every week, so subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss any future episodes. And I'm hoping to finally create some downloadables, so keep an eye on the Media Noir website.